I just received in the mail today this box. It came from China. It is my Hugerock X70 tablet, outdoor tablet. The idea here is to mount this on my DesertX or on my KTM 4500 for doing rallies. So not only is going to be my navigation tablet, but also I can run digital roadbooks on this one here. So at least that's the idea. The people at Hugerock, they were very nice. They also sent me a mount that hopefully is going to fit on the DesertX. So we'll see. So today I just want to open the box and show you what is in the box. Okay, so first things first, I suspect this is part of the mount. It is, so it's a metal bracket. I suspect that this is going to go on the back, looks like. Not only looks well built, it's aluminum. It has some industrial design to it too, so it's not just function, is also form. Some more pieces of the bracket. So it has two bubbles if you want to really nail down the level. Has some form of some screws on the back here. And it looks like it's mounted on a rubber or some shock absorbing mount. Looks good. So this is metal. By the temperature, this feels a little bit more like plastic. Okay, so another part. Looks like your typical RAM mount, but instead of rubber balls, it's interesting. It's two spheres of metal with a rubber ring in between to cause some friction. So it looks really sturdy. I see a rectangular or a round mount here, and I see already here that inside here there is a squarish mount. So I'm supposing that it goes here and it actually locks down. So okay, this is probably how it's gonna go. I already see a problem here because I have on the DesertX, I have the OEM mount, which is way thinner than this. It's not as thick. So we're probably gonna have to find something else with the same diameter of the ball. There's one more thing here, so let's see what this is. Nice, I love when manufacturers send me tools. So there are 3 Allen keys, looks like a metal insert, a couple of screws with Loctite pre-applied, and there's some sort of rubber patch here, probably to create some additional friction. And finally, here it is. This is the box for the Hugerock. So Hugerock has 2 models. This one here is the X70, so it's a little bit beefier, and I believe the other one it's the X7. But if it's not, I'm gonna fix in post. Both of them have very similar specs. What is different is a couple of things. One is this looks beefier. The sales reps, they told me that this is made with more industrial components inside. It feels heavy. Both of them have very bright screens, at least from specs. But this, what they told me is that there is a more industrial type of power connection. They also have different options for colors. I selected a more beige ochre because that kind of matches with the bike, with the Moscow Moto bags. Let's take a look at what else is in the box. The tablet. You have a user guide. Have a couple of cables. Have a USB-A to this, I'm supposing magnetic on the side here. I think it's a more commercial type of connector. Oh, it doesn't go in this like this. Oh, looks like a strong magnet, so I can feel the repulsion. So let's try, this way. Oh yeah, this very nice magnetic retention. I think for a typical case this works well. Not sure for when you're really going off-road. The other one is a USB-A to USB-C. There is a GPS antenna. Okay, I like this. Fundamental for this application is that we have a good GPS fix, and I'm betting that this has an internal GPS antenna. This is probably going to be a little bit better, so we're going to have to find a place to mount the antenna. Yeah, there you go. We're probably going to have to do something a little bit more secure than just magnetic, but nice to know that there is that option. And an M8 connector here. So that's probably what I'm going to end up using for connecting to power. I see 1, 2, 3, 4 signal cables here. Not sure what they're for. We'll find out. And this is the power cable. So I already have the Zumo XT, the Garmin Zumo XT, mounted on the DesertX. I'm going to remove that, but I'm going to use the same circuitry, the navigation power supply that is in the bike to connect to this. So I'll make another video on how to actually assemble and how to turn it on and how to operate. Oh, and also Apple style, there's a little clip. So this can also run a SIM card. So if you have an additional SIM card, and if you want to add a cell phone service to this tablet, it's also possible. I have T-Mobile, so I'll let you know if the T-Mobile SIM card works or not. From what I read, they are compatible with the majority, if not all, of the US operators. Remains to be seen. Let's take a look around here. So you have the screen. I'm going to remove a little bit just to have a feel for the screen itself. I already like what I'm seeing here. So there is an anti-glare coating. I don't know if you can see from the camera there, but I already see that on this piano finish here, I can see the lights, right? Reflecting a lot, and not a lot of light reflection on the main screen. So we'll see how it works outdoors. There's also a small camera, well, maybe two cameras. So I see a camera here and I see another camera here with some LEDs. We'll see how it operates. Couple of hard buttons. So I like this. If you are, out there with thick gloves, rain gloves, you don't want to be finding, right, spots on the capacitive touch surface. So you have a couple of buttons here. Looks rubber. I usually don't like the feel of rubber, but maybe there's a dome here, and this is for the IP rating. They claim that this is weatherproof, of course, for this application. It should be. I'll put in the description what is the specific specs and the specific IP rating for this tablet. On the sides, so on this side here, this is the magnetic connector. That's the one that we were looking a little bit further. So that's one option. If you're not going over super heavy or rough terrain, this probably works for you. And it looks very waterproof. So there is no entry point, into the device here. On this side, Type-C SIM/TF. There is the USB-C port here. This is a SIM card connector, and this looks like just like a speaker mic connector. There are another two rubberized connectors here, FN1, FN2. Let's see. Okay, so this is compatible with this connector here. So if you want to have something a little bit more solid and robust, this is your, I believe, an M8 connector a cable in here. And on FN2, okay, so this is the, if I'm not mistaken, this is a SMB antenna connector. This is where you connect your GPS antenna. It is also rubberized here, the connector, so I suspect that it's protected from the elements if you leave it covered, or if you actually use it, then it will naturally seal the connection. And the same goes for the antenna connector. Regardless, I'm still going to connect these using some dielectric grease, so it's even more protected. Right, so this is on this side. There's something here that you can remove with an Allen key. You have a microphone and another point of removal here. On the back, let's see, there are a couple of things going on here. There is a 13 megapixels camera with a flashlight. Okay, interesting. Another port that opens with 4 Allen keys. We'll figure out what that's for. And there is one here. Oh, this is for the entire bag. So if you remove these screws, then you can remove the entire bag from here. So that's it. I can't wait to put this on the bike and start testing out. This is just the unboxing. Stay tuned for the next ones.